I made my demented grandmother watch Two Girls, One Cup. Hello and welcome. Me and Lexi here are going to read people's confessions on r/confessions on Reddit.
Welcome to it.
What is that?
What we're gonna do.
What is that called? Is that the confession booth
Yeah.
or in the church?
Oh, the confessional or something like that.
Is that what that is? We
I
are
think
the
so.
we are the people on the other side. We're gonna judge. We're gonna judge the confessions. To be honest,
We're just like put us in the whole like priest garb. All right, tell me, my child, what your
tell me what's
confession
up.
is.
What's your confession?
There's one I see that pops out to me. I think we should really just kick off the show with here.
What are we kicking off with?
All right, we're kicking off with I can only poop naked. So I click on this story because I think there might be a little backstory.
Gonna be a good
That's
story.
it. Nope. That's it. That's the entire confession.
That's the he
Posted just anonymously on there.
He steps in the box and is I can only poop naked, my friend. Father,
Gotta take all the clothes off.
father, I can only poop naked. Okay, good start. Good start.
I don't have any advice on that one. I mean, it seems like it's really inconvenient in like public bathrooms.
Very inconvenient. So as I read the title, I found someone's debit card in an ATM. I didn't tell anyone, and no one at the gas station noticed. I used it to order myself $80 worth of clothes. I feel really guilty. What should I do? Well, where the fuck were you, Buc-ee's?
My question is,
$80 of clothes at a gas station.
yeah.
I
Or like,
expect-
do they go online and then order it? Like,
I could see that. Which it's kind of dumb of them to do that because they
You
cancel
stop-
the
but-
order.
my thing is, and I, of course, would never do that. But I was expecting the story to go like, found somebody's card at a gas station and an ATM or whatever, and I pulled out and like bought myself a pizza with it.
Yeah, I bought myself gas.
Yeah, like something that
pizza,
dealt with the gas
food,
station.
drinks,
Yeah,
a case of beer.
clothes. You know, I'm just judging you on what you spent. I got
Please.
another one. This one you might be able to relate to. It says my parents killed my animals and blamed it on me. That one sounds terrible. It looks like there's some some story behind that one.
Is there a story?
Yeah, there's a story to that.
Oh, what do you got? Is it a big story?
Okay.
Or?
Oh, it's some reading here. All right, you ready for this?
I'm ready for it.
All right. It says, "Hey, so I had two hamsters named Mr. Whiskers and BB, or Bebe, I guess, and a cat named Iris. I got all these animals when I was 13. My father had full custody and still does, so I planned a whole week during summer break when I was 13 to stay at a friend's house, and I told my father that he would need to take care of the hamsters, and he agreed. I left making sure that their two bowls were filled with food and they had water in their bottle. I come back and Mr. Whiskers is dead and decomposing and half eaten. They had no food in their bowls and were out of water. The reason that Bebe survived was because she was eating Mr. Whiskers, and I got pissed and screamed at my father, and he blamed me for not taking care of them and that it was my fault. We moved not long after that. By this time, I would be 14 and had to stay with my mother, so I brought Iris and Bebe with me, of course, and Iris is an inside cat. But my mother wouldn't allow him to stay inside. She got jealous of him very quickly because I would spend hours outside with him, and I obviously loved him more than her. So one weekend when I left to a friend's house, and she didn't like this friend, and we argued when I left. This is a lot of run on sentence. There's not been a
Holy
period at
sh-
once in the middle of this.
I just want to know, like, if she was 14 or younger than 14 at the time, and comes home to find her cats eating each other, what the fuck were the parents doing?
The hamsters were eating each other.
Oh, the
Apparently,
hamster, not a
yeah, the
cat.
hamsters. The
Mr.
hamster was
Whiskers threw me off, and I'm like, a
Yeah, Mr.
full-on
Whisk.
fucking cat is eating another cat in their house.
No, no. Mr. Whiskers was the one that was getting eaten.
Oh my god.
Okay. It says, I come back and Iris is missing. For months, he was missing, and my mother told me that he just ran away or went exploring. And after a few months, I told her that I knew he was either dead or stolen. And she changed the story, saying an animal killed him. She is a bad liar, so I knew she did something to him. Either got him killed or gave him away. Bebe was still alive, and she liked Bebe a lot. I'd go to school, and she would take care of Bebe, and she loved Bebe. One day, she got mad at me for not taking care of Bebe and making her do all of it. Like, I'm sorry I go to school. So I had to make the decision to give my only animal left away. I was scared something might happen to Bebe because my mother was now getting pissed about her and I didn't want something bad to happen to her. I planned on giving Bebe to my girlfriend at the time for Christmas as a surprise because she wanted a hamster. I stupidly told my mother this, and the weekend before Christmas, I went to my girlfriend's house to plan this with her guardians, and everything went smoothly. And I come back to my mother telling me that Bebe had died. The look on my face, the look on her face told me everything, and her words only told me that I was right. When I asked her how she died, she got that snarky look on her face and said that it was probably due to loneliness since I didn't take care of her, and said it was my fault because I was giving her away, that I didn't care about her. So I know she killed that poor baby because of her selfishness. At the time of Bebe's death, I was 15. I know it's a long read, but thank you for reading it. I just want to get that out there because I also want to know what y'all think about this. I know you really can't say much because you don't know my parents, but my parents should have never been parents if that helps with any insight on what they're like.
Yeah, no, that's fucked. Poor
Um,
hamsters. Poor hamsters.
you,
R.I.P.
I'm just gonna say, Bebe the hamster saw a lot. that
Yeah.
that if
Oh
that
my
hamster could
god.
talk,
So, did that hamster eat the other hamster?
yeah. So Bebe
She
ate
deserved
Mr.
to die.
Whiskers. She was
She deserved it.
hey, she was doing what she had to do to survive.
Bro, that's fucked. I think honestly, now I'm thinking about it. I think I've heard that happen to somebody I know.
Like the
Like
hamsters ate
same
each other.
fucking scenario. Watch, this is the person.
This
It was
is
the
the
same
person.
scenario. Someone didn't feed their hamsters, and the other one was eating each other.
What?
Hamsters are
Like
fucking weird.
yeah, I guess. Do you know? Okay, so like hamsters are kind of similar to like, I mean, not totally, but like prairie dogs. Do you know that
Oh
prairie
yeah,
dogs, they're cannibals? They eat each other.
that wasn't in the Lion King.
I was told that when we went out to Montana, that prairie dogs are cannibals and they eat each other.
That's fucked up. Actually,
That's what I thought as well.
I've I've been running a company totally drunk for more than a year. Literally every decision I've made drunk. I review budgets, hire employees, review contracts for customers and subs, send emails, attend meetings, etc. All while blackout or a little buzzed.
That's insane.
That is
That's
wild.
insane.
Fucking props.
I mean, how do you go to work the next day and you know what you've done? Like when you're black out, you don't remember nothing. I mean, that's lights
Uh,
out. Black screen.
who
Dang.
who let Boeing COO on edit? All right, what do you got?
I got I went into surgery high on meth and I woke up.
During
It's a read.
surgery?
It's yeah, during surgery. It's a
Oh
read.
my
So
god.
let's get ready for this one.
All
Buckle
right.
up.
Buckling.
All right. I had a gastric bypass surgery 2 years ago, and I've been smoking meth daily for years. That day I smoked as usual, maybe about 1 to 2 grams, so I remember I was not okay. I was seeing and hearing things. Anyways, I didn't tell the doctor or my mom, and they sent me to the operating room and I wanted to see the doc because I had this crazy idea that they will send another surgeon. I don't remember exactly my paranoid ideas, but thought I needed to confirm my doc's presence in the operating room. Then they just released the anesthesia and knocked me out immediately. Like, from one second to another, I woke up saying no sense and speaking English. The anesthesiologist said my native language is Spanish. Oh, his native language is Spanish, which is why his English is terrible in the story, okay? I remember not suffering any kind of pain, just the gas in my chest. I walked all around the clinic exploring, very curious like a child, and then I read my medical orders and said they used fentanyl as anesthesia. I just ripped out the IV tubes and called my mom and asked her to pick me up at 3 a.m. Obviously, she said no, and I had to wait until they discharged me. I remember watching an anime on Netflix, and all I saw was related to me. Like I was the main character. Then I started hearing a man shouting too loud, "Andrea, wake up. Andrea, don't do this." It sounds like a desperate man trying to wake up a dead person. I thought that maybe someone died in their clinic. I looked out the window and didn't come from the outside. I wanted to go to my room and see what happened, but I was afraid to do that. I was not sure if I was hallucinating because the meth or the fentanyl mix. I tried to sleep, but I couldn't. I thought that the devil was sending me messages or something.
Oh
I'm
my
1 year
god.
sober now. I have no hallucinations or psychosis anymore. I lost 60 pounds and I'm feeling okay, starting all over again clean. I don't know if meth and fentanyl can be mixed. Definitely, fentanyl is more powerful than meth because it kills the meth effect immediately. I don't know how bad it was for my body. I was so reckless.
Yeah, I'm gonna blame the meth on hearing the other shit and all that.
I'm just kind of confused on how it's so casual that you've been doing meth and you don't think that your mama knows. Your mama cannot tell that you're on meth.
Mom, I
I'm
don't know
telling.
about you, but there's a devil in here somewhere talking shit to me.
I'm just saying, I have seen some people that I can only assume are on meth. It's
Yeah, I've
pretty
seen a
obvious
good
when
amount of
someone's
meth
on
users, I
meth.
feel.
That's all I'm saying.
That was an interesting one. All right, here's this one. I sabotaged my friend's motorcycle in order to stop him from potentially hurting himself.
Sounds like you got hurt anyways.
So my friend has always made those stupid jokes where he makes up scenarios in his head that he can run from the cops because motorcycles are difficult to catch. I mean, there's a in reality it's because they don't want to chase a crash. They don't want to cause a crash, so they'll call off the chase most of the time. I mean, most people have made up these scenarios before, so it's really not that concerning. However, he seemed very serious about this, and he has a reputation for committing to an act that he claims he will do. So it was somewhat concerning, but still not enough to sabotage someone's stuff. However, when he bought a bike, I asked him why in specific, and he said he wanted to try and run from the cops. Okay. Uh, Now this kid has done some pretty idiotic things in the past, but this is on a new level of stupidity. I was really sure whether or not he was joking. However, at I worked as an EMT. What is that? Like the ambulance?
Yeah.
I've seen exactly what happens when people try to run from the cops on bikes, and I would never forgive myself if I was the one scraping his guts off the road, all because he wanted to do something that he thought was cool. So one time when he was out, me and my friend pulled a stakeout, and when the time was right, we screwed around with the motor enough to the point where be able we thought it would be unable to drive. However, turns out it wasn't, and he crashed on the highway. Sorry, buddy, but he was completely fine, which is why you always wear a helmet. So I suppose task failed successfully. I suppose this is more of an I'm the asshole thing, but I think what I did was one of those wrong things for the right reason sort of things.
Uh,
Wrecked his
I just
fucking bike on the highway.
I need a little bit more information on like how bad he got hurt.
Well,
You
yeah,
know,
I guess. First comment:
like
both of you are fucking morons.
100%.
Pretty much sums it up, but it's the EMT that belongs in jail.
I got one here.
What do you got? What do you got?
I hooked up with an old coworker, and I think she had a baby without telling me.
Oh,
All right. It says this girl Amanda and I talked on and off, sent pictures, the usual stuff. We never hooked up once besides kissing and her grabbing my weenie
his
above my
weenie.
his weenie above my pants. We
Oh,
finally plan it,
over the
have a
pants
full
shit.
day at this cute park and everything. It's the middle of the day, and she opened the back door of her van. We get in, and she ends up. They do the deed until I tried to push her off, but couldn't.
Oh no, she fucking locked. She locked him in.
It wasn't even close to being out, and she stayed with it. Um, he told her that the deed had been done, and she said that she was on birth control. Fast forward 9 months later, and I've been watching her on Facebook. She was pregnant, and it's exactly around the time whenever it happened.
I
I've
lied.
never, I never asked or even want to think about it. What should I do?
Just leave it alone. Don't ever. I mean, at this point, she has the loaded gun. So I don't know. I just wouldn't bring it up until she does. At that point,
I mean, if she ain't hitting you up for child support, maybe you might be okay, but then she might
gosh,
come at you like 10 years down the road, and then you have 10 years of back
don't
child support.
don't post your when you're super successful with a lot of money.
Eeh.
Don't say you have a lot of money.
I wonder, maybe he's like a dirtbag and like she doesn't want to claim him as the
It could
father.
be
But
that, or she's letting it cook. She's letting it build up a little bit.
why would you lock him in if he was a dirtbag?
I
I
don't
don't
fucking know.
know. Uh,
All right, we got time for one more.
okay. I have one that's sitting here. Title says, I give bro jobs and I don't think I'm gay.
All right, what's
You
the
want this to
story
be the last
behind
one?
that? Yeah, what's the story about
Okay.
that one?
So it says, so my homies sometimes get all upset because the girls they are with don't do anything with them except complain and spend their time and money. I'm the one homie at the crib, so just taking those Costco hot dogs nonstop. I
No, not the Costco dogs.
I take sacks to the face whenever I can, and I for certain have 5 fingers on it.
I hate to say it, buddy. I think you're gay.
The comments say, you might not think you're gay, but
The Costco dogs confirmed it.
and somebody said that's pretty gay, bro.
No.
Well,
Oh my
what a
god.
confession to end on.
That was a good one to end on. And Rocco jumped on my lap and farted at the same time. And it fucking smells.
Oh,
Well, all right. Hope you guys enjoyed these confessions. If you want to see more, comment down below. If you want to see a different Reddit thing to read, we got Reddit confessions. Am I the asshole? Advice. We might do advice later. So yeah, let us know which one was your favorite, and we'll see you in the next one.
don't take any Costco hot dogs.